Hi, my name is Mike Theiss, and I teach my face-to-face classes at the University of Wisconsin Marathon campus. I also teach for the University of Wisconsin online campus. I will be working with you in an application called Microsoft Excel. There are different kinds of charts, and this is going to be an exercise where we will be selecting some data and comparing different categories. One of the chart types would be a line chart. The other chart type could be a column chart. And I'm going to take and I'm going to be selecting my first area of information as a student with the student names. Now I'm going to be selecting the 3 tests that they have taken, and that's my second piece of data. I'm going to take, since charts are inserted, I'm going to click on the Insert tab. I'm going to start with a column chart, okay? And I'm going to go down to the 3D columns, got various categories here of students and tests. I want to compare them. I'm just going to use that one at random. And I do have a smaller chart here. It has some of the information on it, the exams. Okay, let me see what happens here when I get my data bigger. I have students 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 students, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I can see the different exams and then the scores. I'm going to take, and in the real world you would want to have better descriptive information, so I'm going to take here and I'm looking at layout number 9 where I knew it had the legend, a chart title, okay, that I can edit in here, clean it up a little bit. Student scores. Okay, this would be the grade. I'm going to use my format axes with the right mouse button. I'm going to go to alignment first, and again I like seeing mine horizontal. So I'm going to close this up, and I'm getting rid of the text in there, and I will put in scores. Okay, and the axes here, I'll take advantage of that and say students. Well, let me back up a little bit here. Individual students. Okay, a little more descriptive. Now, because I had selected the way I did, I ended up with the numbers. When you've got the raw data right next to it like this, you'd be able to figure out pretty quick who is student number 1. It's going to be Davis, okay, and student number 2 is Graham, and so you can relate to the data. The story that you tell here, people have to be able to look at the picture and relate to it so they get the information. Okay, student number 3, Mr. Jones here, or Miss Jones, is really doing fantastic. Okay, pretty easy to see that. Now, the other thing I want to show you real quick here is how I can change a chart type. If you've got your work and you've created a chart and the powers to be say, well, I really don't like that chart type, I'd rather have a line chart, for example. With this, I can go over here on my ribbon. There's an icon there for changing the chart type, and I can say, let's give me a line chart with the markers in it. Okay, and I tell it, and now I see in visual form the markers, the students. I can relate to the different exams here, the individual students and how they're doing, and I can see where they fall as far as test scores. That tool of changing chart type is really handy. The last icon I want to make sure that I tell you about is, you see a chart, you need more room. Or somebody says, I don't want it on the same sheet as the actual data. You can take and you can go to Move Chart. You have an option, let me bring this up so we can all see it, of a new sheet. You know, right now it's in the old one. I'm going to go to the new sheet. There you go. You give it a name. Always name things descriptively. Now I have a new chart. Okay. And you can move this a little bit maybe here. I need a little more room to zoom out so you can see it better. There, I made it really small, but at least you can see the relationships. Sorry about the labels, but this is how it would be, and if I wasn't doing it in the video, we could show you a full page. Be real easy for people to relate to. And I think